Hello and welcome back to another How-To Django tutorial. My name's Tom with MasterCode Online. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. In today's tutorial, we're going to show you guys how to upload a CSV file to Django. One of our followers asked us to do a tutorial on this, so we'll go ahead and show you. Just a word of warning, when you're uploading a CSV file to Django, it's probably not the best method to rebuild your database if that's your hopes. Adding data, yeah, it's great. For example, on Heroku, you can go up to about 3,000 rows before you run into a runtime error. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this. All right, so for today, our goal is to, we're going to build a view that accepts a CSV file, and it's going to allow you to update the database. Over on a previous tutorial, we did a contact form, so we're going to build off that model. Up on my screen here, we'll go ahead and open that model. And here's the model we're going to go ahead and work on. Basically, what we're going to do is upload some contacts. We're going to have first name, last name, email, IP address, and message, and we'll upload that to our database. All right, so if you guys haven't done the previous tutorial, that's fine. Just pause the video, go ahead and throw this model in somewhere, or you can just modify whatever model you want to use on your upload of your CSV file. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and open up the views.py file. And this is where all the magic's going to happen. Sorry, I'm like losing my voice here. Alright, so first thing we need to do is import CSV, the CSV module from Python, and also IO, which allows us to work with streams. We also want to make sure we got messages in here. We already have that in my view for my contacts. We're also going to need permission required because we want to basically password protect any CSV uploads because we don't want users being able to upload whatever they want to our database. That would be silly of us. All right, let's go down and start working on our view. Like I said, this is the most important part of uploading a CSV. The first thing we're going to do is at permission, the decorator, if I spelled permission, required, and then we're going to go ahead and put a string admin dot can underscore add underscore log underscore entry, and basically this says, hey, the admin or super user can go ahead and access this page. All right. All right. Next thing we're going to do is create our function-based view. And that's going to be, we're going to define the view, and we're going to call it contact underscore upload. And this is going to take one parameter, and that'd be our request. All right. Next thing we're going to go ahead and do is add our template. So we'll say template, we'll call this contact underscore upload. Oops. Like, you guys can use whatever you want, but that's what I'm going to use. Then we're going to have a prompt. And basically this is a context variable. This is going to prompt the user, so when they come to, or not the user, the admin or the super user, if they're going to go ahead and upload something, you want to kind of give them the order of the CSV file so they know how to upload. Otherwise things can get a little hairy. So we're going to just call this context variable prompt. And we'll just say in a string, we'll call the key order. We'll give the value of order of CSV should be, and it'll be first name, last name, oops, underscore last name, email, IP address, and message. There we go. All right. So, like I said, this is going to prompt them. The next thing we want to do is check what kind of method we're getting. Return to the request here. If it's get method, we're going to go ahead and just return our template and our prompt message here. If it's a post method, then we'll go ahead and work on that in a second. So let's go ahead and just say if request.method is equal to get, we'll go ahead and do something, and what we're going to do is return render request template and prompt, just like that. All right, so Now that we handled the GET request, and basically what a GET request is going to do is when someone lands on the page, the GET request, if we're not uploading something, it's going to just display our form, and then once we upload the video, our CSV file, then we're going to get a post method, and we'll go ahead and handle that now. So first thing we want to do is save or get our file. So we'll do CSV underscore file. This will be the variable that holds our file, and we'll say request dot files, and in the square bracket we'll do file, just like that. All right, so now we grab the file from the form, and now we're going to go ahead and check if it's a CSV file. And the reason I do this is because we don't want someone mistakenly trying to upload a different file. For example, a TSV file or a JSON file or something like that. We want to ensure it's a CSV file. If not, we're going to go ahead and return a message to them stating, hey, you're uploading the wrong file, silly. So let's go ahead and do if not CSV file dot name dot ends with, and we'll just do dot in a string dot CSV. All right, and below that, if it's not a CSV file, we're going to go ahead and just return a message, jizz error, and we'll just say, well, it's got to be request first, then string. This is not a CSV file, just like that. All right, so we handle any other types of files, so we just want it to be a CSV file. Now we're going to set our read and our decode basically for our data set. So we'll go ahead and set data set, and we'll say equal to CSV file dot read. So this is coming from the CSV module, and we'll say decode. So what do we want to decode it as? We're going to say UTF-8, like that. All right. And then we're going to set up the stream. And the stream basically is when we loop through each line, we're able to handle the data, and it's basically in a stream. So we're going to use IO string, or IO, and it's going to be IO string to be exact. And we're going to name our variable that as well. So we'll say IO. All right, sorry about that. I completely forget where I was, and I'm not going to redo this video, so I do apologize. It was an important phone call. So we got IO, and then we're going to do string IO, and then we'll do data set. All right. So, like I said, we're putting this in the stream. Next thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to skip the first line of the CSV file. So we'll use next, and we'll do IO string in here. And basically we're skipping it because most CSV files have a header, and we don't want to upload the header to our database. All right, next thing we do in this is we're going to go ahead and loop. We're going to say for column in CSV dot reader IO underscore string. Then we're going to set the delimiter. There we go. As a comma, and whoops, just comma, no space there, and then our quote escape character. So if you have quotes in your CSV file, you need to escape them with a pipe symbol or whatever other symbol you want to put there. All right. All right. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to loop, and we're going to use a throwaway variable basically, and that's what this underscore is here. Basically, when we use that throwaway variable, we're actually going to go ahead and save this without calling the save method. So we'll go ahead and create it. Another variable in here to hold our data, and we'll say contact dot objects dot update or create. All right, and then down here we'll go ahead and do first name is equal to column and we'll get the first column. All right, and then last name like this, and we'll get column, second column, email, and then we'll get the third column. So basically it's like index positions, if you guys haven't picked up on that yet. We'll do IP underscore address, and we'll do column 3, and we'll do message as well, and we need to spell message correct, and we'll do column. All right, and that's our fourth column. All right, so basically each comma is separated. I'll show you when I create the CSV file what I'm talking about here. All right, and lastly, we'll go ahead and just create an empty context variable. Whoops. So this would be context is equal to empty context variable, because I like to put this in because most of the times when you're working with a client, you'll go ahead and build this and they'll be like, I want something different, or I want this type of message added or something like that. All right, so I always throw context in there because they always want something else. And then we do return, render, request, template, and then context. All right, and that's why normally when you guys see me write stuff in Django, I'll use context as my context variable. But up here, when I return to rendered, I return to prompt, so we can return two different context variables. All right. Either way, if we went all the way down past the get method, we would have returned context anyway because we would have overwrote it. But just for easy reading, making our code more readable, that helps out. All right. So the next thing we want to do is go ahead and create a template. So in your templates, let's go ahead and create a new template, and I think I call it contact upload, if I remember correctly. And I don't see it in my notes, so we're going to go with contact upload.html. All right. First thing we're going to do, since we have a message in there, is we're going to check if there's a message. So we'll use an if statement, if messages. All right. And we'll close out that if statement, and then we'll need an else statement. And I kind of like to write this out before, so I don't look like a fool when I try to run this and I forget these things. So there we go. We could have messages. We could not have messages. So we need if, else, and if. All right. So for messages, we always need a for loop. So we need to do for message in messages, just like that. And then we need to end our for loop so we don't look like fools. And for, all right, in here, we'll go ahead and do something with this. So let's just go ahead and create a div, and then in here we'll do if message dot tag with an S, and then we'll do class. Actually, we don't need class. We don't need any of this actually. We just need div. We'll make this easy. We don't have to write all this. So strong, and we'll go ahead and do messages or message, and then we'll make it safe like that, and that's all we need for our messages. All right, now the most important part of this whole thing is we need to create a form to upload our CSV file. So that being said, first off, let's put the order message up there. Remember we said, hey, this is the order of our CSV file. This is how it should be laid out, basically. And then we're going to have form. Form, I spelled that right. Method is going to be post. Remember, we're using two different methods in this view. We're either using the get method, which will display this, or if we hit the submit button, we're going to have a post method, and the post method is going to submit that data to our view. All right, so the most important part of this whole template setup is the encrypt multi-part form data. This allows us to upload a file. All right. Another very important part of this is going to be your CSRF token. There we go. Got that one out today. All right, there we go. So that's important as well, because if we don't have that, we won't be able to submit a a form. So let's go ahead and set a label, and the label is going to say upload a file. All right, next thing we're going to do is put an input. So we'll do inputs, and in this input is going to have a type of file. All right, and we'll set the name for this file because we actually use this in here in our views. The name of the file is right here. All right, so we need that name to match up. And we'll just put a p tag here to remind them only accepts CSV files. All right, and then finally our submit button. So we'll just do button type save submit. There we go. And we'll say upload, just like that. All right, cool. So that's our template. Next thing we need is to set up our URLs, and that would be in here, URLs. And we'll go ahead and just create a simple URL. So we'll say path, and then our path is going to be upload hyphen CSV / and then we'll do contact underscore upload, and name is equal to contact upload, just like that. And we'll go ahead and add contact upload right here. Sweet. All right, final and last thing we need to do is create some sort of CSV file to upload. So I'm just going to throw that in here at the top root of my project. So I'll say file, and I'll just call it test.csv, just like that. And my CSV is going to just be like, here's our header line, first name, last name, email, IP address, and message. All right, so down here we're going to go ahead and put in our user information. So first name Tom, last name Myers, email support@mastercode.online, and message should be hello there. We don't need it in quotes, so it'd be hello there. All right, let's go ahead and do another one. Do my son's name, Jake Myers, and he'll have the same email address, support@mastercode.online, and he says hello daddy. All right, so there we go. That's enough. I'm not going to sit here and type out a bunch of CSV data. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and run our project. So I'll open up my terminal in Python, manage.py, run server. And one of the things I might want to add to you, if you guys copied the model and put it into your data, you first got to run make migrations and migrate for this to work properly. All right, so we're going to go ahead and visit something upload. What the heck do we call it? Upload CSV, like that, and page not found, because we got to log in. All right, so we never actually made a login page, so we'll just go ahead and go to admin, and then we'll do upload CSV right here. This will bring us to our page. Look how great that page looks. So first thing you need to do is choose a file. So we'll click on that, and I got to go ahead and find this file I just created. So there it is, test.csv. I'm going to go ahead and upload that, and I'll click upload. List index out of range, column 4. That probably shouldn't be column 4. Oh, all right. Here's a lesson for you guys. We forgot IP address. So we need to put in an IP address. 172.0.0.1. All right. I don't know what IP address that is. I just kind of made it up. 0.0.0.1. All right, and this is one important thing, is why your data needs to match up, otherwise it's going to fail. Now we could test each column and say if it exists, then do something. If it doesn't exist, put in a default. That's up to you guys. I don't want to do that, so let's go back, hit back, and let's go ahead and now upload that file. Boom. All right, so it worked. So now we go to our admin, and we go to our contacts, and notice I got Jake Myers. All right, there's his data. And then I got Tom Myers. And then here's his data. So there you guys go. If you have any questions, please let me know about uploading a CSV file in Django. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next tutorial where I show you how to let's see. Let's go ahead and take that data out as a CSV file. That way you guys can take it out, put it in, take it out, put it in. All right, so I'll see you in the next tutorial. Like I said, if you got any questions, please let us know. Don't forget to hit that like button. See you in the next tutorial.